Hey guys, YouTube Drone Doctor here, and I'm going to answer a couple of viewer emails as fast as I can. So everybody wants to know what my impressions are on the Osmo versus the Yuneec Steadygrip. So what I have here are both of them, along with a 4K over there, and I'm going to talk really quick about my first impressions, what I like, what I don't like, and the differences between the two. What I have here is version 1 Steadygrip, and it has the G gimbal mounted, and the G gimbal is the one that comes with the Yuneec G version, and it allows you to mount your GoPro. Now version 1, how it differs from Yuneec's new version 2, as I like to call it, is actually the action cam, is if you look on the bottom, this requires you to use this cable. Well, matter of fact, let me disconnect this and show you what I'm talking about. The bottom has, there we go, the little place for you to plug in the cable. Now the Seago 3 also has a little cable, and the way that they've gotten around that or changed it on the version 2 on the new action cam is, if you can see this here, there are 3 pins at the very top of this, and that connects to the action cam, which will have 3 pins here, and it makes a positive connection and alleviates having any cables. Now those of you that want to run out and get the action cam and use your 4K camera that's on your Seago 3, first take a look and find out what version Seago you have and make sure you have the pins. If you don't have these pins, you're going to be back to this cable. That's what they've done. Now, the other thing about the action cam on the new Yuneec version is it comes with a rechargeable lithium battery pack, lithium-ion battery pack. The version 1, which is this one, it'll have a big sticker here, rechargeable batteries only, and the reason is the voltage is higher on the rechargeable batteries, so that is what's required in the Steadygrip. Now the Steadygrip works excellent. You guys have already seen some videos on that, so I'm not going to go over that again. But our first impressions are long-lasting impressions on it. I like it. It works great for what it does. The one thing that is a downfall for this is the sound quality. Whenever you're using your GoPro, you're limited to the GoPro microphone that's on the front. If you think that you're going to be able to take a GoPro microphone and plug it into the USB jack here on the side, it's not going to happen, because you got to remember that the GoPro is going to need this to be plugged into the GoPro, and it's a very, very light wire, and that allows the gimbal functionality to work. So if you think you're going to use an external microphone with your GoPro, wrong. So think about that if you're looking at dubbing in some sound. You're really going to need to use an outside recorder to record your sound and then do your editing later on. Same goes for the 4K camera, the Seago 3. The recording abilities of the Seago on the 4K on the Seago camera is horrible, to be nice. It's just terrible. You're not going to use any of that sound footage really for what you're going to be doing, especially if you're doing any interviews or something with the Seago camera mounted onto this gimbal. You're going to need to pick up something like this. You're going to need to get a recorder and record the sound outside, and then do your editing that way. So that's the long and short of the Steadygrip. The good part is that it does come with a kit. When you buy the Yuneec Q500 4K, you're going to be getting the Steadygrip. So that is definitely a plus. So let's move over to the Osmo real quick, and I'll tell you what I think about that. Now, the DJI Osmo is a completely different animal as far as I'm concerned. This thing, it's $650 with the X3 camera attached here, and it comes with a rechargeable battery pack. But the great thing about this is it's really a high-tech tool. I mean, this thing, it feels robust. It's made very, very well. It's meant to be a professional type unit, and DJI is going to be, from what I understand, is going to be releasing the firmware and a little adapter so that you can use your X5 camera on this Osmo. My understanding is you can pick up the Osmo with just the handle, and the handle I think is $250, and then those of you that already have an X3 camera from your Inspire 1, you can attach your Inspire camera onto the Osmo, and SKB has this case out now. I think you can order these also from B&H but SKB has this case out, and it allows you to fit the X5 camera. There's a video, well, I'm not going to go all that. Take a look at my video. I did a review on this thing, or not really a review, but just a quick overview on this case, so you can take a look and get more information on that. But it's really cool the way that they set this up. But the one thing about the Osmo that I really have a problem with, and same thing with the sound, this is the microphone on the front of this thing. I don't know if you can even see that, but this little bitty hole right here, it's probably going to go out of focus if I get up that close, but this little bitty hole on the handle is your microphone. Now right next to that is a larger hole, and that is the microphone jack. So whenever you're recording sound with just the built-in internal microphone on this Osmo, you're going to pick up the gimbal sound and the fan noise, and it sucks. It really is pretty poor. I mean, if you're in a pinch and you have to use it, can you get away with it? Yeah, I guess if you really, really have to, but you're not going to be happy with the sound of that. It's just not very good at all. A lot of people have tried to do different things. They picked up little microphones and they plug them into the little hole here to try to. Anytime you're close to this unit, as far as the gimbal and the fan, you're going to pick up that noise. So there's also some other devices out there. I know that another reason that people go out and pick up, like the Rode mic, is a great microphone, and it mounts onto a shoe. You can pick up these 3D mounted things that go onto your mount here, and you can put a hot shoe mount on it. And what it does is it allows you to mount your Rode onto your handle, and you can use this external microphone. The best thing that I've found in using all of this stuff has been using a Sennheiser. Anytime you can use the Sennheiser wireless microphone and just attach the transmitter onto the receiver onto this and wear the transmitter, it's just going to be so much cleaner. And obviously, if you're using and purchasing one of these for broadcast use or recording, chances are you're going to want to get the best sound quality that you can. So I highly recommend the Sennheiser units. They work great. So as far as video quality on this thing, it's phenomenal. Nothing to knock on Yuneec and their 4K camera, but this camera is also really, really good. And those of you that want to know, is there a difference between this and the Inspire 1 X3 camera? In my opinion, there is. Obviously, the frames per second, you can get up to 120 frames per second with this camera. And there's just so many different things that you can do with this tool. The slow motion, the panoramic. There's so many different things that you can do with the DJI Osmo that I just absolutely love. The rechargeable batteries make it easy to quickly change out. The only gripe that I have about the Osmo is DJI, please release all of your accessories for this thing all at once. Giving us the feet for the tripod stand and not being able to use that unless you go and pick up a bunch of third-party stuff to use it with, because the extension handle hasn't been released. In my opinion, that's silly. It's just really silly. So that's really my biggest gripe. And the other, I guess the only negative other thing that I can come up with to really bash on is the battery life, but it's to be expected. These batteries are not a high capacity. They work fine for what you're going to be doing. They're not that expensive, and they swap out very, very quickly. But when you're shooting 4K, you are going to use a lot of battery. It's just a fact of shooting 4K. So anyway, I hope that helped you guys out. It answered a few of your questions. And again, if it helped you in any way, shape, or form, and you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.